The anti-Semitic trope of dual loyalty suggests that Jews are more loyal to the state of Israel or their community than to the country that they live in. By casting Jews as the other, anti-Semites suspect Jews of being loyal only to Jews or to a Jewish agenda. Jews are seen as untrustworthy and inherently disloyal. This stereotype has deep historical roots and continues to surface today in contemporary discourse. During the Enlightenment, nations debated Jews' rights as citizens, and in some cases deemed them unfit for military service as they could not be trusted. Following the rise of Zionism and the partition plan, violent riots and pogroms broke out in Egypt, Libya, and elsewhere as Jews were accused of being disloyal to their countries. Throughout modern history, many countries have considered Jews to be a fifth column, a group that undermines a nation from within. Today, there is a widespread assumption that Jews around the world are partial to Israel to the exclusion of their country of residence. This claim discredits Jews and asserts that they are not to be trusted. Jewish students at universities have been questioned regarding their allegiance to Israel and have even been removed from positions of leadership. In some countries, Jews are seen as unpatriotic, and others have been questioned for their suitability for public office due to their loyalty to Israel. In some cases, ambassadors to Israel have been accused of not being objective when it comes to advising their home countries on issues regarding Israel. According to a survey conducted by the Anti-Defamation League, around 31% of the Americans surveyed believe that Jews are more loyal to Israel than to the United States. This claim is a tricky one because there is an element of truth to it, meaning Jews are often loyal to the state of Israel and to global Jewry, regardless of where they may live. Whether the ties are ideological, religious, historical, or even based on family, this connection can be a source of pride for Jews around the world. One of the hallmarks of Jewish life is a necessary duality. We have a particular sense of kinship with Jews everywhere, but simultaneously, we have a universal concern for all of humanity. Judaism alleges that one can and should be able to balance these loyalties. Throughout history, this balancing act has been often called into question, and Jews have been accused of favoring one at the expense of the other. The consequences of the dual loyalty trope are profound. It fosters an environment of suspicion and exclusion, undermining Jews' sense of belonging and security in their home countries. The accusation of divided allegiance creates feelings of alienation and otherness, eroding the trust between Jews and their fellow citizens. It can also place an unfair burden on Jews to constantly prove their loyalty and patriotism, placing them in a position where their actions and beliefs are scrutinized. The dual loyalty canard not only distorts the multifaceted identities that Jews do hold, but also denies the incredible contributions that they make to their societies. As we work toward dismantling this and other anti-Semitic tropes, we must affirm that being Jewish and loving your home country are not at odds, that we can all celebrate our backgrounds and our loyalties to ultimately enrich our collective experience.